Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about how Suicide Squad missed the mark. I'm going to refer to this movie as just S Squad because you know how YouTube is about certain words. Or I just might call them Task Force X. That's technically what they were called also in the movie. Now, this is the first movie, not the James Gunn one. I have not finished the James Gunn one. And it's hard because I turned it off after a couple of minutes because when they was in the helicopter scene, I was just kind of irritated. I'm just like, it was just annoying because you know how James Gunn is. He's awkward and he makes his movies awkward. And that little Riesel thing was awkward. So I fast forward to where they got to the island where they had to get on to do their stuff, and then it got more awkward. And then I just turned it off. I'm gonna rewatch it. Now, in terms of the first S Squad movie, a lot of people hate this movie. I actually like it to a certain degree. So, do I love it? No. Do I think it's terrible? No. I just think it's all right. And it's all right until you get to a certain point. Once you get to that certain point in the movie, it loses the mark and everything. And it's quite a shame. Now, David Ayer, a lot of people want him to release the Ayer cut. I don't think Warner Bros. Is going to do that. Now, he does have a extended version that's on DVD. I have not seen that and everything. I am debating if I'm going to buy this or not because, like I said, it was a pretty cool movie. It just misses the mark. Once you get to somewhere in the middle, it misses the mark. Now, one thing this man decided to do, he's decided to reinvent the costumes of all these villains. Some work, some don't. I hate the Joker's look in this. I do not like Jared Leto as the Joker. I'm sorry, that man is the worst Joker in history in both terms of live action and animation. And that's saying a lot, because there's a lot of Jokers out there. And I saw the Joker movie. That was an unhinged masterpiece of a movie because Joaquin Phoenix is a real actor. Jared Leto is a method actor. And as you saw in what's that stupid movie called? Morbius. That's it. As you saw in Morbius, the man has lost his mind. Like Jared Leto sat around in a wheelchair and had people wheel him around and had people help him go to the restroom because he method acted doing Morbius. During the S Squad movie, he sent used condoms and dead rats to his co-stars. This man's lost his mind. He cannot cut it and everything, you know? And so that was the big mistake right there, was hiring his behind. Now, he looks like the Joker. He looks like the skinny face body Joker. Like, he looks like him, but he ain't dressed like him. They reinvented him to be more of a mob boss than what he is. Because the thing about the Joker, he is a mob boss. He is a gangster, but he has that clown motif. He has all this clown attire and everything. But this dude is just like a mob boss and everything, and just a weird one at that. But like I said, this movie does miss the mark on a lot of things. Now, I do like everybody's intro that they gave. That was nice. Sometimes the intros went a little too long and everything, in my opinion. I don't mind the copyrighted music. I don't mind the bright colors. The problem was they tried to be like the Guardians of the Galaxy. It backfired. But I like the intros. It was nice to have a nice intro. It was nice to have it the way they did it and everything. Everybody in this movie did a great job except for two people. The dude who played Captain Boomerang. I was not feeling his performance. I've actually never felt that dude's performance in any movie. I've only seen him in 2 movies, and I have never felt his performance. I saw him in the last Die Hard movie. He just can't do it for me. And I hated his Australian accent. I hope to God it's not a real accent because it was terrible and everything. And so, but then there is the lady who played Enchantress. She doesn't do it for me either. She just doesn't. I've only seen her in 2 things. She's very stiff. It's hard to go from modeling to acting. Like, you're not going to be able to kill it, and everything. And, somebody needs to tell her that. Like, just what she needs to do is obviously her acting, person she has, tutor or whatever, is not helping her out. She needs to go to acting school is what she needs to do. You just can't hop from a model and then just hop into like movies and TV shows and think you're gonna like be amazing. It don't work that way. It just don't. All right, people, it just don't. You need to go to acting school. Now, I wish her the best because Cara Delevingne, she's going through a hard time right now, a very hard emotional time. I saw on TMZ. So I do wish her the best and everything. But she just didn't do it for me in this movie. I didn't understand like why the Enchantress was like doing her wiggle dance all the time. I don't understand why she had two different looks. That never made no sense to me, you know. But back to this movie. I liked the depiction of Harley Quinn. It was very nice. It was very subtle. It was very Batman the Animated Series type Harley Quinn, you know what I'm saying? So I liked that. She wasn't too zany or over the top like that Birds of Prey movie. I don't understand why they put her in the outfit they did. They really sexualized her, even to the point where she had to change in front of everybody when it's time for them to go on the mission. And so that didn't make no sense. But, you know, and it's like, but it worked because people cosplay the crap out of that, and it made Harley Quinn a huge name and everything, to where they shove her down our throats in every like form of media there is now. I like Will Smith as like Deadshot. Trying to think. Now the dude for Boomerang. See, here's the thing. The way they missed the mark is that the Suicide Squad, you have to recruit people for a certain mission that has a certain skill set. And some of these people was here for really no reason. Because like Harley Quinn's never been on the Suicide Squad back in the comics, back in the old days. There's really no point to her. She's just a human who hits people with a heavy mallet or bat or shooting with a gun. So there's nothing really to her. Same thing I never understood about the Boomerang dude. Why is he always in the Suicide Squad in like the comics and stuff? Because they have Deadshot, who's a marksman. So I don't understand why they need Boomerang if like Deadshot's like a marksman. You know, you don't need two. But then again, it makes sense because you don't want the bullets to make a loud sound and give away your cover. So the Boomerangs can do that without making like that much of a sound. So I understand that. The El Diablo type dude, it made sense to why he was on the mission because of like, you know, the mission they had to go on to. I liked his backstory. I just wish they would have like, you know, did it earlier as to why he's so reluctant to like, you know, go out in the field and fight and kill people and stuff. But then we see why, because he has a tragic backstory, him murdering his family by mistake, not being able to control his power when he got too mad. I like the dude who played Rick Flag, but he was just, and I like the dude, I liked the actress who played Amanda Waller. I cannot talk right now. I'm hungry. That can't hurt me eat. Viola Davis, she's so great in so much stuff that she does. You know, she can do no wrong, and I love her as Amanda Waller. But Rick Flag and Amanda Waller was just like, you know, they was made to look like the bad guys when technically they're more anti-hero and stuff and more heroic. And they made the villains look more like heroes and sympathetic. And I didn't like that. Amanda Waller is one of those type of people who would do whatever it takes. She's like the, what's his name from Marvel? Fury, Nick Fury. She's more like him. They will do whatever it takes to get the job done and protect the world, even if it means scrambling a few eggs, if you know what I mean. And so, but the mission she sent them on was kind of odd. It made no sense. That's when it started to miss the mark for me. Now, in terms of the Joker, people said it should have been more Joker in this. No, he should only been in the flashback cameo. That's it. Part of the reason why they missed the mark on him is that his relationship with Harley Quinn was strange. Like, they said that Harley is more deranged than him. She's smarter than him. She's more cruel than him. No, the man is the freaking Joker. I hate when they do that crap. Like, he manipulated her when she's a clinical psychiatrist. That's not very smart of her to fall for some crap like that. And so, like, the thing about the relationship between Harley and the Joker is that the Joker just flat out loves Harley in this version so much that he does everything for her. He'll pimp her out just to make some money off her. He'll, like, you know, when she's in trouble, he'll like rescue her. When somebody says something mean about her, he gets pissed and want to hurt people. And so he went on this whole mission of trying to find Harley and rescue her. Now, the Joker does care about Harley, like, you know, in a medium, but he's one of those type of people, he has no allegiance to nobody. If you get left behind, you get left behind, and he moves on. Now, that's how he is. And he's also very abusive to her. Now, I'm glad they didn't show the abusive part, because they're trying to get away from that, especially in the comics and stuff. But that's who he is towards her. And what makes no sense is that after Batman ruined date night. I don't know how far along that flashback is, but, you know, like, so the Joker has no idea where Harley's at, and then he finds out she's like locked up at Blackgate and everything. And it's kind of like, well, dude, she thought you was dead under the water, and then she's been out, and Batman took her. Like, where do you think she went? And been hiding out all these weeks and months. She's in jail, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, let me go get her and stuff. And so he goes on this entire mission to like rescue her. And to make him look noble. You don't want the Joker to look noble. He's the freaking Joker. And that's where they missed the mark. They messed his character up. And don't even get me started on the way he's dressed and all them stupid tattoos and that grill and everything. It's just, it was ridiculous how he looked and everything. And so, like I said before, everything was good until they went on their mission. And the part that don't make no sense is that what made Amanda Waller think she could trust the Enchantress? Think that she could control her just by stabbing at her heart and everything. You know what I'm saying? And think she could control that woman. And then not only that, but she literally keeps saying, I have control, I have control. Then in the very scene when she's with Rick Flag, she pops on out of there, pops in Amanda's place, Amanda's asleep, and she steals her brother's statue and awakens him and put his soul in the body of another man. And it's kind of like, what made Amanda think that would never happen? The dude was never even, his statue wasn't even in a secure place. So anybody could have easily got to it, especially when Amanda is asleep. And so this is when the movie started to get stupid and dumb and everything. Because it's like, you know, her brother had the ability to mess with her heart. So if you stab it and stuff, it won't hurt her and stuff and won't kill her. And so Amanda never thought about that. And that was just bad on writing on that part. And then so Rick and Amanda never tell nobody all that happens. And then they go on the mission. So we're like, okay, fine. They're probably going on the mission to stop the Enchantress and her brother. But there's never no mention of that. And also, how in the world are they going to stop those two? They have godlike abilities. See, the thing about the Suicide Squad that I've always liked, in either comics or whatever, or animated series or whatever, is that, you know, you only put them on missions that they are qualified for. They're not like the Justice League. They don't go around stopping, like, you know, giant starfish or gods or anything like that. They do more low-level dirty stuff, like people, they steal weapons back, they have to take out mob bosses, you know, something like that. A supervillain, a low-level supervillain. Also, you don't recruit them in advance. You only recruit them when it's time for that mission. So they don't go spilling the beans and all this other crap. And the thing about this is that they recruited them way early in advance. Way before the mission had even like happened and stuff. Even before Enchantress had done what she done. And that was just stupid on the writing part. And then so like, they go into town because now they're on their mission, and Katana shows up out of nowhere. You could take Katana out the movie and it won't matter to nothing. She's useless in this movie. Her sword is important, but she doesn't even get the final blow. Now, I like the actress who plays Katana. I started following her on Instagram because of this movie and stuff. But I didn't even know it was Kimiko, the actress who plays her from The Boys and everything. And so, like, literally, Katana was just thrown in this movie for the sake of being thrown in it. Same thing with Boomerang. He was just thrown in it for the sake of being thrown in it. And so was Croc. He was basically thrown in this for the sake of being thrown in this and stuff. Now I understand they needed muscle. Okay, fine. But his backstory just wasn't all that compelling. He wasn't all that compelling. He barely had any scenes. And that's another thing where they missed the mark. The people of this movie barely have any scenes because it's mostly Harley Quinn who does all the talking, or it's Will Smith, or it's Rick Flag, or something like that. Everybody else is just side characters. And don't even get me on Slipknot. They didn't even give him no backstory. He tried to escape and they blew his brain and everything. And it's just like, why was he there? Like, why did the people of color have to be the ones to die in the Suicide Squad? I don't understand that. They could have killed Boomerang. I would have been fine with that. And so, like, they go on a mission. They don't know what the mission is. Rick Flag won't tell them. But then all of a sudden, Enchantress' brother makes a bunch of demons. So they had to fight them. And okay, yeah, they're demon. They're people, but they turned into demons. So they stopped them. I don't understand how gunshots and a baseball bat was able to stop these demons. Like, I really don't understand that. They don't make no sense and everything. And they never gave consideration that these humans could probably be turned back to human and stuff. But whatever. And then they find out what the mission is all about. They have to rescue somebody. It's freaking Amanda Waller. And this is the part that really blew the movie into like the crapper for me. Why was she in downtown? Like, I don't understand that. Why did she put herself in harm's way? She literally said she wanted to see the action for herself and see what Enchantress' brother could do. That's not Amanda Waller. The mission was stupid. She was I don't think she was in the prison at this time, because Rick had started, like, deploying the team and giving them the outfits and stuff. So she was at the prison earlier to recruit Deadshot. So she recruited him, left the prison, left a safe place just to go downtown in a secure place and watch everything as she know bad stuff was gonna happen, and then had the Suicide Squad rescue her. That is where the movie just lost it for me. I'm just like, this is why people think it's crap. So then that was like the most pointless thing ever. And they're like, all right, we did what we were supposed to do, blah, 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 and everything like that, and let us go, but she don't want to. Then all of a sudden they find out the real mission, all out of plot armor, because Will Smith's character sees like some notes. And it turns out, oh, Rick Flag and Enchantress had a relationship and she got loose, and this is what all the stuff is about. But they never told them that. So they're pissed, they're furious, and they leave and go get drunk. Then they're all like, you know what? Because he starts begging and everything. Like, you know what? Like, fine, let's just save the world and everything. So now that all of a sudden they want to save the world. But they're bad guys, remember? It's what they do. That don't make no sense. Because now they want to save the world. So at this time, the Joker is still trying to rescue Harley and everything. And he tries to, and literally, like, Amanda Waller literally tells Deadshot, kill Harley Quinn, and I will give you what you want. I will give you your daughter. You can have whatever college you want for her, the money, whatever. All he had to do was kill Harley Quinn, a person he only met for a day, but he decided, nope, I'm going to let her live because you lied to me, Amanda. He could have had it what he wanted, his daughter and stuff, full custody and stuff. And he blew it away from some hot girl he only met like a day and everything. And then so Amanda and them all get out the way, but then her plane goes down and she tells Rick, oh, I'll send the next copter for you. And of course she doesn't. And then I don't know how she survived that, but somehow she did. But in no way, the big climax of all this is that Diablo, he tells him his tragic backstory. And then as he's talking to the big monster looking dude, the brother dude, he's all like, blah, 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 blah. This is my family now. He's talking about the S Squad. And it's kind of like, well, hold up. Hold up. So this man is now all of a sudden wanting to kill people and help save the world because the S Squad he now considers to be his family. He just met them for a day. This ain't no Fast and Furious crap. It ain't about family. You know what I'm saying? Quarter mile. It ain't about that. It ain't about that. They all just met each other. They knew each other. They knew each other, but they didn't know each other. And so it's just that don't make no sense. So of course, Harley Quinn pretends to betray them. She grabs Katana's sword. She cuts the Enchantress, takes the heart out. They destroy it. And do you know? And then somehow they kill brother dude, I forget how. But then you know what happened after that? Oh no. The woman who Enchantress possessed the body of, she's fine. So you could literally kill the heart of Enchantress and the host will be completely fine. So Rick Flag got his lady back. What in the world kind of crap is that? So technically all those humans that got turned into demons could have been turned back into humans. They just would have killed the brother. What kind of stakes is that? There are none. They let the Native American looking man die, who was Slipknot. I don't know if he's Native American, but he looks Native American. And then they let Diablo dude die, who's like Hispanic. But then they let the Enchantress live and Boomerang live. I'm just like, what the world? What the world? Like, so Amanda Waller literally could have killed Enchantress anytime, but decides she's gonna use her for her magical abilities and stuff. That don't make no freaking sense. And then we get to the ending, which really don't make no sense. You know, Deadshot gets to be with his daughter and everything, and so like everybody gets what they want in prison. Harley gets her espresso machine and all this other dumb stuff. And so like then Amanda Waller talks to Bruce Wayne and she has information on all these superheroes and everything. She gives him the files and all them. And that's how, of course, he recruited them for the Justice League movie. And then she nods that she knows that he's Batman. Now here's the thing. This was dumb on his part. Like, he's going in his civilian clothes as Bruce Wayne and he's asking for information on superheroes. Not only that, but if you remember in Batman v Superman, he already has information on all of them from the flash drive that Wonder Woman stole and everything. So he already knew about their existence and where they're at and all this other crap. So why did he need Amanda Waller files? So this is where the movie misses the mark. It's not a terrible movie. It just gets sloppy after a while from the writing and stuff. And of course, you know, the Joker breaks Harley out because he's madly in love with her and stuff. And I'm done. Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.